We've got a couple stories, actually. I know the title of this one is mostly about this conservative getting punched in the face by a violent leftist. But I thought it would only be fair to make sure I covered these stories, considering the video just before this is about a far-right extremist, whatever you want to call them. I understand the left-right terms are kind of nebulous and they can mean different things, but this guy was targeting leftists. He was targeting personalities and politicians on the left. And it would only be fair then, actually, no, it says, I'm much more likely to criticize these random people punching innocent people in the street, simply because it happens all the time. I have no problem calling out the extremists who make hit lists and stockpile weapons, but let's be real. 2 stories today, okay? We've got this one from Campus Reform. Conservative suffers blow to the face at Berkeley. This dude in the video did literally nothing. And this guy punches him in the face. You can tell, look, he's holding up his phone. He was filming sucker punch right in the mouth. And then we got this story. This is from the Gateway Pundit. A woman was charged with assault and battery for hitting a MAGA hat off a stranger's head. And this is in Massachusetts. Now, admittedly, hitting a hat off someone's head is stupid. I'm not going to put it in the same realm of some dude punching some guy in the face, which is why this story leads in the video. So let's, I wanted to say, let's just jump right into it, right? But then I'm kind of thinking, I'm sure all of you are just so familiar with this narrative. Some conservatives were out minding their own business. They were flyering for I believe it was Turning Point USA. And this dude walks up and just punches him while screaming racist and things like that. How many times has this happened? Look, you hear the story about Jussie Smollett, and, I guess the latest update for those that are interested is a $100,000 bail. My assumption then is he's pleading not guilty. He has to surrender his passport. You hear the story about Trump supporters going out and screaming, MAGA country, and you're like, man, that sounds really weird because I'm used to seeing this, right? This is what I'm used to seeing this stuff. A conservative helping students recruit at the University of California, Berkeley was punched in the face this week. Video footage obtained exclusively by Campus Reform shows Hayden Williams, a Leadership Institute field representative, was punched multiple times by an unidentified person, calling him a racist bitch. The Leadership Institute is Campus Reform's parent organization. Okay, so it wasn't Turning Point. I was wrong. Although I saw a ton of people saying that, so maybe it's not true. At the time of the incident, the alleged victim was helping students recruit other conservatives for Turning Point USA. Okay, so there you go. Behind a table with a sign that read, "Hate crime hoaxes hurt real victims," a reference to the Jussie Smollett case in Chicago. That's a fact. But at least twice, the situation turned violent, and now police are asking for help identifying the suspects. "Mother effer, you racist little inbred bitch," C-word, the man who punched the alleged victim shouted. At one point, the same man said he would shoot Williams. So I don't want to play too much of the video because, I think if you really want to watch it, you should watch their stuff. I don't want to just poach the content. But where do we go? So I believe, yep, I hope you're ready. That was a sucker punch. Dude was looking down at his phone, not engaging with this guy, and he clocked him. And this dude was pushing him around the whole time. Look at this. Hit him twice. And then you've got more footage here. Get the fuck out. Dude just started attacking him. So if I was going to, my assumption is that what happened was they're flyering, or they've got this table set up. A different guy started saying, don't film me. The dude filming says, "You're in public, I'm going to film you." And that's when this guy comes up, because these far leftists seem to believe they have a right not to be photographed in public. Well, you don't. If you're in public, people are allowed to film, and they can film you, especially if you're getting violent. So he said, get that camera out of my face. This is one of the excuses they try to use. You need to ask permission to film somebody. No, you don't. Go fuck yourself. I can film whatever the fuck I want in public. It's called public. We're all entitled to film. And this goes for you, your fringe weirdo friends, and the police. I can film whatever I want. Anyway, in other footage obtained by Campus Reform, another person also unidentified approached the students claiming they were encouraging violence. Williams told Campus Reform that as the physical confrontations took place, a number of onlookers simply watched. Some students nearby tabling were laughing. Even one guy was smiling while I was being attacked and trying to hand me a flyer as a joke, the alleged victim said. The idea is free speech has consequences, which include you getting assaulted if they find you promoting ideas others don't agree with. This is called violent authoritarianism. A student who asked to remain anonymous and was at the scene after the alleged victim got punched said someone also tore apart their signs. As I approached the table, I could see our TP USA pins all over the floor. Our signs were torn apart. Hayden's eye was red and his nose was bleeding. I'm going to have to assume he's going to get a black eye from this one. I don't know if he got punched in the eye or where in the face he got hit, but I don't know if you've ever been punched in the face, but getting punched in the mouth sucks because you cut the inside of your mouth on your teeth, depending on how they hit you. And I've been kicked in the face, and yeah, it's not fun. I'd almost rather get punched in the eye, but that's probably worse, I guess. But man, getting a cut in your mouth, it's the worst thing ever. It's like, dude, until that heals, it hurts to eat. So we have this here from the University of California Police, Berkeley. And this is an image of the guy. It's really hard to see. Community UCPD seeks public's help in identifying battery suspect. It says, Dear Levy Vonk, on February 19, 2019, at 3:29 p.m., UCPD received a report of a disturbance on Upper Sproul Plaza. A witness reported to UCPD officers that two males had just been fighting. Except they weren't fighting. One guy was getting beaten by another guy. There's a big difference. We very much want to track the perpetrators down, Mogulov said, but not all took the incident so seriously. As word of the incident spread, social media users began poking fun at the situation. And then they show some tweets where people are laughing about it. But we do have one more story where this woman was charged with assault and battery. A Massachusetts woman has been charged with assault and battery after hitting a Make America Great Again hat off a stranger's head at a Mexican restaurant. When asked why she did it, 41-year-old Rosane Santos said the man was a mother effer for supporting President Donald Trump. Okay, children. When someone says something you don't like, you're not allowed to attack them. You are not allowed to hit them, not even hit the hats off their heads. You can't spit on them. In fact, in reality, in the real world, you'll find many people disagree on many different things. Could you imagine if we lived in a world where someone said, I just plain don't like chocolate ice cream, so someone else punched him in the face? Look, you guys live in Wally World. These people who are attacking other people, you live in Wally World where you think they really do believe the most insane psychotic bullshit. And Jussie Smollett is one of the reasons. Jussie Smollett is both a symptom of the disease as well as a contributor of it, right? Assuming his hate crime was hoax. I'm saying assuming because he's pleading not guilty. But for all these people who perpetrate hoaxes, they fan the flames within their own circle, believing they're true. So someone says, I'm going to pretend to be a victim so that other people, will treat me better. And then everyone believes the attack happened. And then they go around punching people in the head and knocking hats off, which admittedly, look, knocking somebody's hat off, not a big deal. It's still assault and battery, excuse me. According to the police report, as the woman was assaulting the victim, she kept demanding that he should not be allowed to eat in a Mexican restaurant. What? The victim, Brighton Turner, posted 2 videos of the incident on Facebook. He wrote that he wasn't going to press charges, but then she assaulted him again in front of 4 police officers. What do you do at that point? So he said, went out with some friends trying to enjoy some dinner and drinks when this ignoramus randomly tried to hit my hat off my head and started yelling at me. Assault plus drunken disorderly. I wasn't going to press charges, but in front of 4 cops, she did it again, and now she's going to jail. Let me give a slow clap. Why the hell would you attack somebody in front of cops? Not only that, my favorite part in this is you shouldn't be allowed to eat at a Mexican restaurant because you're wearing a Trump hat. What? That is some incredible logic you've got there. Please, there's a photo of Donald Trump eating a taco bowl. Did you throw a hissy fit and scream because Trump was eating a taco bowl? My God, what a country we live in. You shouldn't be allowed to eat in a Mexican restaurant. So she hit the hat off his head, and she was stupid enough to do it in front of police officers. I actually respect this. He's like, I wasn't going to press charges. Yeah, sure. And then what happens? There's police there. And this is actually something a lot of people don't know. You don't actually press charges, okay? The state does. The people do. So it's the people versus so-and-so. In this instance, if the cops witness the crime, they don't need your statement. They're witnesses. So, some people don't realize this. If you punch your friend hard and hurt them, and they say, no, it's my friend, it's fine, the police can still be like, we don't care. We don't believe you. Typically, they won't because they want a supporting witness. And if someone says, hey, look, why bother? Why waste time? In this instance, this woman clearly attacked the dude, and the cops are probably just going to be like, nah. Yeah, you're under arrest. We saw it happen. How, Jesus, I'm sorry for, oh my God. America 2019. I asked Roseanne why she was behaving badly in the manner, and she stated that Brighton was a expletive for supporting Trump. She also stated that he shouldn't be allowed to eat it. Oh my God. Okay. During her booking, Santos kept yelling profanities at police and flipped off an officer. This is, I'm sorry. I know I'm not a medical professional, but I'd like to give an official diagnosis here of Trump derangement syndrome. Flipping off and yelling at the police officers as they arrest you is only going to make things worse. They do mention the Turning Point USA activists being attacked as well. So listen. Oh, yes. And also on Saturday, a couple had a gun pulled on them while shopping at Sam's Club because they're wearing MAGA hats. Listen. When we have stories of fringe, ultra-nationalist, white nationalist, racist, targeting progressives on the left, I'll talk about it. I got no problem. I don't like those people. I think those people are worse than this lady. This lady is just stupid. That guy's psychotic. But here's the problem. To all the people on the left saying, Tim, why don't you criticize the right enough? It's like, dude, it's been about 3 months into 2019, and we have 3, probably more, stories of the left beating regular people or attacking them in some capacity. We have one story of the crazy white nationalist guy. We have a hoax hate crime. We have a left piling on the Covington kids. I'm sorry, man. When I'm reading the news every day, I don't see a story every day about some crazy guy stockpiling weapons and having ultra-nationalist or right-wing views. It happens. Don't get me wrong. And sometimes these people, they're insane and they're successful and it's terrifying. We had that synagogue thing happen a few months ago. But this happens all the time. That's why I talk about it all the time. It's just what's happening in the world. Is that so? Okay, I'm done. We'll wrap it up there. Stick around. I got one more video. I got a couple more videos coming up in a few minutes.